We hear a lot about being spiritual. What does it really mean? Is spiritual something relative, like what's the best kind of pizza? Or is it really universal, like the composition of water? Now, in my search for the spiritual, I came to understand that being spiritual is a universal phenomenon that could be most simply explained as being ourselves. And while that may sound very New Age-ish, it is actually the ultimate teaching of the Vedas, which are the timeless, self-evident knowledge of ancient India, and they include the Bhagavad Gita, the original, unchallenged authority and handbook on yoga. So when I suggest we be ourselves, I don't mean you should get in touch with your inner child or become more aware of your thoughts. We got enough of them. What I do suggest is that you learn from the Vedas just actually who you really are. Learn from the spiritual authority what it means to be spiritual. Makes sense? That's how we learn anything, from the authority on a subject. So then, what do the Vedas teach? The Vedas explain that we are not what we appear to be. Namely, we are not this body, and not even the invisible yet highly active mind. Rather, we are the source of consciousness in both body and mind. We are that essence which does not change despite being in a body of constant change. Moreover, that conscious essence is timeless and continues on in another body, even after this one dies. So, being spiritual begins by freeing ourselves of identification with the body. That means we see the body as an instrument of the self and give up identifying with our profession, with our race, our gender, our age, and the trappings that such false ego brings, like fashion, makeup, social media, and all the prestige things with which we compete with our neighbors. So the first part of being spiritual is both knowing and living like you are a non-material being. Now, the second part is knowing what that conscious essence, your spirit, really is. The Vedas say that we are all part and parcel of the Supreme Essence, the universal consciousness that is both everything and yet, as a Supreme Being, is a separate from everything. Now that is pretty deep stuff. Think of that. We are simultaneously one with and different from the Supreme Spirit. So we can summarize in this way, being spiritual actually means leading a lifestyle that is characteristic of the knowledge that we are not our body or mind, but an eternal spiritual essence that is but a small part of the Supreme Whole, the Supreme Spirit that is the source of our needs, and that is our ultimate destination. That is being ourselves, and that is being spiritual.